The title is Divorce, Overcoming the Pain, Fear, Isolation, and Great Loss When Divorce Happens for You and Your Children. This is actually a takeoff on a self-help program I developed, first did in 1995, and over the years have made some improvements, made some changes. And this here is the result of those changes, and also new additional information and things that can be helpful for you, and certainly that is my intent. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself, try to be helpful to you, give you a little bit of who I am. I began my professional career as a classroom teacher in 1966. Yes, that's really a long time ago, but I did. Also, I've worked as a school administrator. I worked for a number of years as a consultant and manager with the state of Michigan, taught a number of graduate and undergraduate classes over a period of years at Michigan State University. And over the past more than about 26, 27 years, I have been working as a private practice psychologist. I also have written, well, approximately over 340 articles here for the local newspaper in relation to children, in relation to families, and a lot of information in relation to divorce and separation. I've also written 3 books. I've written a few plays. I've also done a lot of presentations, a lot of talks, and certainly many of them have related to the most painful topic that we're going to be talking about today, which is divorce and separation. Now, this particular program is composed of a DVD, part of which you're listening to right now. And on this DVD, there'll be this general introduction that I am doing. And then I'm going to be doing a part talking about what happens to the parent and also to the child, because it's very hard to separate children from painful divorce, even though in some cases that may not be a case, but certainly the rest of the information would be very helpful for you. And additionally, another section will be what you can do to try to make things easier for you in this most difficult of difficult periods. And then there will be a section where I will be explaining trance hypnosis, because the second part of this program is a CD that's been set up specifically for you to use, a trance hypnosis, self-hypnosis CD for you to listen to try to merge the conscious and the unconscious, try to help you move forward by pulling the whole you together. That'll be explained the last part of this DVD. And then the CD will be for you to use all the time. Now, just a few words before we go any further. I can't think of many things that I have seen more hurt, more pain, more suffering in the hundreds of couples that I've worked with over the decades, or groups that I have talked to, than divorce. If your whole life was planned to live with one person, and you thought things were even going well, or thought things could work out, and all of a sudden, it ends. There are few things more painful. Few things more painful, few things that hurt more, because you have the issues of intimacy, you have the issues of close communication, you have the issues of the golden days that you were together. Certainly you hoped you were together. There are often children involved, and it's horrible. It's horrible when you look at the changes that can occur. Terrible. I would never underestimate that. And I just want you to know I'm very sensitive to that, and that's a reason that I have put this particular set of materials together to really try and help you. And during this period, I've also been putting a lot of materials together. Keep the Love in Your Marriage, which again is kind of the opposite of where we are right here. Okay? But in marriages that even if they're not completely gone, if they can be saved, that's something that can be helpful. But again, I know listening here, that's certainly not a thought. It's the idea of how do we move forward. Put together a program, I'm Free from Test Anxiety. Put a program together, I'm Free from Smoking. And just are putting a lot of things to really together. I'm free from destructive anger and just a lot of things. I've developed things over many, many, many years. But at this point, what I want to do, I guess I'm just going to move over here a bit. And first thing I want to say, though, I don't want to be interfering here with any type of therapy you're in or any type of medication. My goal is to be a support to you, to help you, to give you good advice, good ideas that you can use. And I hope that's what we get from here, because that's really what I want. I really want to help you. I know the pain, I know the suffering. Now, I just want to have you look over here a minute. This tiger. Because, you know, I understand the pain, the suffering, the anger that a person can have in a divorce, after a divorce, all the things they can have, particularly if the ex-partner is really difficult, destructive, call it what you will. But I think a tiger is a good example. When the tiger is at peace, no one really wants to mess with the tiger. When the tiger's at peace, it's a good thing, in control. You know, I was watching Animal Planet, and Animal Planet was saying that really tigers and lions, when they just plop down and go to sleep, no one really bothers them, okay? Well, that's what I want for you. But as you know, the cats, even a little cat, when the cat is enraged, the cat is angry, it becomes a really violent, a really tremendous predator. I don't want that for you. I want you to have the strength, the nobility of the tiger, but not the tremendous hurt, anger, frustration that can lead to the tiger, and in your case, really totally losing control. Don't want you to do that. I want you to be at peace. And if I can draw another analogy, another comparison, I would go over here to the lighthouse. And these are my two favorite analogies and examples, metaphors, call them what you will. To me, the lighthouse represents peace, and that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. So if you can tame the frustrations, the hurt, the tremendous sense of loss, the isolation, all the things going on in you, and you're at peace, this is what you want. Look at that. Isn't that a very peaceful scene? The lighthouse, the water is very clear there. There's a beautiful sunset coming. Peaceful. That's what I want for you. I think the trance self-hypnosis tape can certainly help get you into that mood also. But this is what I want. I would like you, in the midst of the pain, in the midst of the suffering, in the midst of what is going on, I want you to feel at peace, to feel relaxed. Know that the voyage is difficult, where you're going, but in life, life is stressful. Life can be difficult. Isn't what you wanted, may not be anything like what you wanted, but it's a challenge. You certainly have overcome many things in your life, and you can continue, and this is the best thing for you. Move forward with confidence and be successful. Now, I will now be talking about the specific types of issues and problems that often come up for the spouse. And also I'll be talking about children also in relation to divorce and separation. So that's next. Let's go and let's work together and just have some good things happen.